This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
There he is. Parker Fox at Parker Fox 24, an emerging audio leader at KFAN. He's a staple for the Power Trip, and yours truly with the 9 to noon presentation. And Pete Fox joins us now. I have a suggestion. Good morning, young man. How are you?
Good morning. All good. All good.
You and Taylor.
Yes.
Is it going to be a Heisey Fox?
No, she will take my last name. I don't know
with the prominence she has from hockey. I was thinking it might be Parker Fox Heisey.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, brothers tease each other.
I love it. I love it. No, I don't know what she's going to do yet hockey-wise. I don't think we've really discussed that. But at the same time, she's created her name as Taylor Heisey. And if that's something you want to keep, then keep it. I don't have enough ego to destroy that.
Just as long as it's not like Taylor Heisey Lemieux.
Oh, I always love that.
You're like, where'd the Lemieux come from, honey? Honey?
That's hockey royalty right there. Take it. Take it and run with it.
That's a fair point. Especially with the tariffs and a bad economy. Hold on. Okay, 3-2. I didn't say that. I have no idea if the economy's bad or good, but the con tells me it's good, so I'm going to roll with that.
Fair enough.
Well, you and Taylor should do date night tonight in Eagan at the Vikings night practice.
Whoa.
I mean, that sounds like a hoot, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Will you be there?
I'll be there.
There you go.
I'm doing TV with Lieber and Bursich, 6:30 to 7:30 on Fox 9. O'Connell joins at 7. Nordo and Saucy Bossy, they're doing audio leader, 6:30 to 8.
Wow.
FM 100.3 KFAN. Hey, Nordo.
Hey.
If Parker Fox and or Taylor Heisey made it to the night practice tonight and on same day notice, we're able to get with Spearfish and get it all set up and everything.
Yeah, and they just got in. Yeah.
Would you use him at any point as a sideline correspondent?
Oh, that'd be unbelievable. I don't know if Jared has, I don't know what the technological situation is, but maybe he just calls in and we just do from the sidelines with Parker.
Right.
A peek from Parker, sideline analyst. That'd be sweet.
If there's anybody versatile enough, it's Jared. So I think we're covered.
No doubt. Or Taylor's training camp tidbits.
Oh, look at you.
I'm Taylor Heisey. Back to you, Nordo. I'm Taylor Heisey Subban.
Subban.
Back to you, Nordo.
Not the PK Subban. That's what I'm afraid of right there.
I don't know. Hey!
Oh my gosh. You are above average at that.
That's my man right there. I love that boy. Anyway, sounds good enough to eat, doesn't it? Night practice, 7 o'clock tonight.
I know. I haven't really been keeping up with too much early Viking stuff, so I got to start getting my toes wet here.
It plays perfectly into my second question. 3-2. You are becoming an elite sports mind and one who doesn't have to watch practice or talk to coaches to find the right answers. What are you thinking about the 2025 Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, there's a lot of thoughts. There's some questions I'm going to ask you a little later on as well. But for me, I think anytime you come into a new season with new faces, and I think the NIL space, college basketball, right? Every single year, my team was different. And I think it takes some time to gel and to mesh with your teammates. And I think that's something the Vikings are going to have to figure out this year when you add Ryan Kelly and
Will Fries
to the offensive line, and Donovan Jackson out of Ohio State, and then you hope that Christian Darrisaw is as healthy as they're saying he is coming back. But that's two pieces on the left side of your offensive line with a rookie and a guy coming off of an injury. I think that's just the offense side of the ball, and then you transition to the defensive side of the ball, and you look up front, and you say, oh, there's some new pieces as well. How do they mesh with Brian Flores? So I think it takes time, right? I think it's training camp, it's preseason games, it's getting your feet wet, but also realizing you have one of the best coaches in football. You have one of the best defensive coaches in football. You're bringing back 2 running backs that are really solid 1-2 punch. You have depth at the wide receiver core. You gain some depth in your cornerback and safety position. The formula is really good. Now, how do we put it together? How do we gel? How do we mesh? I think that's the biggest question for me.
You being of the fantasy football variety, Do you play like regular fantasy football, the snake bit, go up 12, come back 12?
Yep.
Do you do auctions? Do you do empires? What do you do?
I'm a snake guy. Yeah, I always have been. We've had a consistent league since like high school. And fortunately, I won it last year, and we're already kind of talking some junk in the group chat about this upcoming season. So,
did you happen to win it during the course of the Big Ten season?
Oh my God.
For no money. For no money. No money involved, right?
Yeah,
no money
just
involved.
like all the people I meet at Canterbury Park who come out there to root for horses.
Yeah,
I always
totally.
love that. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, the reason I ask is you mentioned the running backs, Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
I think from a fantasy standpoint, he's going to be somebody you're going to want. And the reason is when you do some analytical deep diving on Aaron Jones, the preferred back, the starting back. And I'm not, big into the analytical bent with football, but I'll read a lot of things. And I came across something about Aaron's productivity or lack thereof inside the 5. All right. Well, that ain't the case with Jordan Mason. I mean, I'm not kidding you. My man might be sitting on 10 rushing touchdowns, 10, 11, or 12, because they're going to get inside the 10 end or 5. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to use him. Keep that in mind for Jordan Mason. Secondly, I have intel for you.
Ooh.
And this will shape yours and everybody's fantasy football draft with what they're going to hear right now. Are you familiar with
CC?
Not Chris Carter, Courtney Cronin. Covers the Chicago Bears for ESPN.
Yes, yep.
Used to cover the Vikings here. She's spectacular. I asked her a question about second-year wide receiver Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
She said, he's the number 1 receiver on the team.
Wow.
I'm like, DJ Moore, though. And she said, no, the way with Ben Johnson and the way he's doing it.
Yeah.
And, the fact that, you got to think she made an elite point here. Think Detroit, but don't think Jahmyr Gibbs. That's too high end for DeAndre Swift and Roshan Johnson and those cats. I mean, they'll do stuff with the running backs that they did with Montgomery and or Gibbs. But she's like, think Jamison Williams. That's the key. Because Odunze does what he did.
Yeah.
That includes lining up in the backfield. So Odunze with some tosses out of the backfield as running plays, and she said he's become the number 1 option in the offense. Who knew with Rome Odunze? So make sure you get him late.
Did she also say that the Caleb Williams video was AI? Because I'm hearing some rumors that was some artificial intelligence. He was actually throwing every single pass into the little squares. Did you see the video of Caleb Williams?
No.
Oh, this went viral. Nordo, did you see this video? Caleb Williams, they ran a little drill. They had the 3 holes in the pocket passer.
Yeah. Hurry, step right up like the state fair.
And he missed all of them, right? So there's video goes viral of him missing all of them, him getting mad, and PFT and Big Cat came on and said that it was AI. As Chicago Bears fans, Big Cat is. He said it was AI. So I don't know the truth in that or not.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because
does it feel like certain guys can't catch a break? Like Caleb, by no fault of his own. Like Caleb's not a bad dude. Like he doesn't ask for some of this, but at every turn it's stuff like that where he's just getting piled on. He was at like an NBA game. He wears nail polish a lot.
Yep.
So that's sweet.
That's not going over well with certain, members of the fan base.
Maybe he wants to wear nail polish and he wants to pierce his ears, pierce his nipples, pierce his nose. Why would that offend anybody? He can do whatever he wants.
I think people get fired up about it. And I think they find ways in kind of the snarky existence we're all mucked and mired in. I think people just go after him. But he doesn't. I don't think
that's
he
my
asked
quarterback. Okay, so
Exactly.
if J.J. McCarthy painted his nails white like Caleb Williams, because I've seen that before.
Yeah.
How would you feel about J.J.?
Oh, don't talk about my quarterback. That's my quarterback, man.
Yeah. I think
He's young. He's experimenting.
I think there's some NFL fans that have been a Chicago Bears fan for a long time, and then you see your quarterback paint his nails in different color for red carpet events.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't really love the nail polish on your tough, rugged NFL quarterback. Not to say that we would think of JJ in any other way, but I think there's some personalities out there that don't like the nail polish going on.
What you have experienced Oh, wait, the ESPYs.
Yes.
You've experienced red carpet bits with your beautiful fiance.
I have.
What was that like?
Oh, phenomenal.
Was it?
Miles Garrett, man, seeing him walk by me as a human. Like, I'm a tall guy, right? 6'8". I'm standing here on the red carpet thinking, I'm a big guy out here. I fit in. Yeah. Then Miles Garrett walks by you with an eyeglass and with a fedora on.
He had a monocle?
He had a monocle and
like
a fedora.
Like the little circular thing?
Oh, yeah, it was tremendous. It was one of the coolest things I've seen.
That's sweet.
And I was like, this is a guy that can get into any backfield and make any quarterback a part of his graveyard. So, yeah, that's a dude right here.
All right. You like peppering yours truly with purple questions. And when you came up with this, I think it was last week, we called it Peppering Polly with Minnesota Vikings related questions. So go ahead and hit me with your best 5.
I like that. We started off kind of talking about the new offensive line, right? Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries. You add that to a veteran like Brian O'Neill and hopefully
number 1,
a healthy Chris Darrisaw. What can you expect from this offensive line? And do you think it's going to take some time to develop into a truly top 5 offensive line like they're saying?
Elite question. Elite question. Ooh! Well, Darrisaw obviously is a key. Mm-hmm. I believe the plan is for him to start at Soldier Field September 8th.
Phenomenal.
But they're not committing to it, and they're being honest with it because he's back soon from an ACL. So there's a key there. I like their depth, but I just, hopefully we don't have to see depth because that means people are getting hurt.
Yeah.
But using Brandell off experience he got last year as the extra offensive lineman, if they are so inclined with Jordan Mason in the game to go unbalanced with that extra offensive lineman and run behind it, that might be something that's a little difficult to stop until teams figure it out.
Totally.
I like that. I like Justin School as the backup tackle. Started 20-some-odd games for the Buccaneers, and he's a serviceable guy in a pinch. But they have a couple of guys. Well, a couple of guys who are new, undrafted. One, Logan Brown from Kansas State. But they got this cat from Wisconsin, Joe Huber.
Yeah.
I can't remember where he went first, but he's still everywhere he plays in the NIL / what's the other part of it? NIL.
Oh, it's
transfer.
Yeah, transfer
portal,
yep.
NIL era. He starts everywhere he goes. And he most recently was a Wisconsin offensive lineman. Now, I've never met him. I think my man's on the quiet side. He ain't bad. And I think that's a nice little free agent find they had.
2 years at Cincinnati, 2 years at Wisconsin.
And those Cincinnati defenses against whom he played, they were badass at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going against him. So he goes to Wisconsin, and it's not easy to start on the offensive line at Wisconsin or some Big Ten teams. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think of it. The depth has yet to play itself out. I like Huber. But when they go Darrisaw over to O'Neill with Fries, Kelly, and Jackson in the middle, its patience are going to be required, specifically with the left guard. But they'll get there.
Yeah.
And the Minnesota Moving Company is in fine fettle.
Number 2.
So I think we've obviously seen the explosion of receiver contracts across the league. Justin Jefferson was one to kind of, start that. Jamar Chase. Now Terry McLaurin is kind of figuring out what he wants. How do you kind of see these high bloated receivers across the market kind of almost resetting the market? And do you think it's sustainable to building an NFL roster?
Damn, you brought the good stuff today, big
Come
boy.
on, man.
Well, when that happens, what you said, I have a tendency to look at who is doing incredibly well and why, and is it sustainable?
Yeah.
So then you get to the Chiefs. All right, that's the Eagles beat them, but the Chiefs have been the benchmark for X amount of years. When they had a decision to make in finding the solidification of their MV3. You need 3 of them who just know what to do in the biggest games. And they settled for Patrick Mahomes, defensive lineman Chris Jones, and tight end Travis Kelce, which means Tyreek Hill took the L. So they were like, we ain't paying him. We're paying these guys. So there's part of the answer. Now you get to the Eagles. All right, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are both highly paid, not like Saquon, though, and Saquon catches. So they're not able to fortify the village the way I think they want right now after winning the Super Bowl because of some of those deals. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, I mean, they don't get to the Super Bowl. The Baltimore Ravens, they don't get to the Super Bowl. I mean, you talk about two of the toughest beats in the NFL. Holy cow.
Totally.
Good luck being in the AFC as an upstart like LA Chargers team with Justin Herbert. It's like, yes, we made the playoffs. Cool. Wild card round. But you know what? They let us into the tournament. Yeah. Everybody better look out. Cool. In the first game, you get, let's say, Lamar Jackson in the wild card round. Oof. You happen to win that, you probably get Josh Allen in the divisional round. You win that, you probably get Patty Mahomes in the AFC title game. I mean, you talk about a freaking gauntlet. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But the Buffalo Bills, I mean, Gabe Davis had a good season. Cool. You can leave and go to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Diggs in 2022, he was fantastic, but they let him go. So they don't predicate things on high-end receivers. They don't pay them.
Yeah.
So it's a very good question. My answer is middling here because I know you can do it while paying receivers a lot of money. See Philadelphia. But I think for the long haul, it's probably not preferred.
Yeah, you got to identify what works for you.
Number 3.
Going off of that kind of question right there, you hit on a lot of these AFC teams. The Chiefs are obviously, they're kings until proven otherwise, but Ravens, Bengals, Texans all loading up. Who do you think's the biggest threat to Mahomes and the Chiefs in this upcoming season? Can anybody beat them?
Yeah, they can be. Yeah, they can be beaten. They were 11-0 last year in one-score games.
It's phenomenal.
It ain't happening again.
Can't, right?
I mean, even if it's a 9-2, that puts them potentially at a different destination in divisional or conference championship round.
Maybe not playing a home game.
And right, exactly. So the biggest, that's a wonderful question. I want to say the Ravens.
I like them too.
I want to say the Ravens. I still need, and I've really, I like Lamar Jackson. I've never loved him as much as everybody else, simply because I don't trust him with the right pass at the right time, in the right moment, in the right game with the Super Bowl on the horizon.
Yeah.
We still need to see that from him. The Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, they got Joe Cool, but I don't know if they have enough around him. Burrow ain't afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely one of the coolest, most fearless guys in the NFL, but I don't think he has enough. The Bills probably are the right answer.
Yeah.
Bills or Ravens. The Texans, the Texans are good. That's all about a shiny toy. I mean, they're just a shiny toy with speed all over the place, and the safety, CJ, Gardner, saying that this receiver group, I want to nickname them Daytona 500 because they're the fastest group of receivers I've ever seen in my life. Oh, yeah. CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's a safety, super well-respected Super Bowl winner. But again, shiny toy. Yeah. They just got Daniil, and they have so much speed and shiny toy terrorism that I don't think that they're the target at which to shoot for your question. It's a really good question. I would still lean Baltimore Ravens when it comes to dethroning the Chiefs.
Number 4.
Coming back to the Minnesota Vikings side of the football, KOC is entering his 4th season as head coach. Do you think this is the year we really see his offensive identity take over, especially when you're starting a rookie quarterback?
The identity is established, and it's he wants to throw.
Yeah.
They threw 61% his first season. Now, it's gotten closer to 50-50 over the years, but the tell here when it comes to identity are the signings of Jackson, the draft of Jackson, Kelly, Fries, and Jordan Mason. Because I'm not the first to say this. I think Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah said it 9 to noon within the last couple of weeks. But they want to win a pitcher's battle that's 10-7.
Love it.
They want to win a home run derby that's 34-28.
Totally.
They feel that they have set it up where they can win a bunch of different games. When your coach is the play caller, your quarterback's a first round pick, and you compensate 18. The identity of your team, generally speaking, is that of offense. It's the strength, as I said an hour ago, the strength of the Minnesota Vikings is their defensive line depth. So it's in the 24 that are coming up on 24 that I've called for the team. This and Nordo brought up a good point. You got Williams Wall, Pat and Kevin Williams. So I'm in no way going to say Javon Hargrave or Jonathan Allen are in Kevin Williams' class. I think Kevin Williams should be in the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
He's fantastic. But if you take the totality of it, like behind Kevin and Pat, I can remember maybe one name. Then you get into the land of 10,000 problems trying to find pass rushing defensive tackles. For years, Sharif Floyd probably was going to be the answer. Then he got a weird injury and couldn't play again. Tom Johnson had 6.5 sacks one year, which felt like 15.5. So with Hargrave, Allen, and see Harrison Phillips, who's a valued member of the Covenant. He plays tackle, but with Hargrave and Allen here, he's playing a lot of end, which in a 3-4 is tightly packed on the line, so it kind of looks like a tackle. But with Hargrave and Allen, and then people are just going to have to see this during the course of the year to know what I'm talking about. I've seen it at training camp against Kelly, Fries, and Jackson, too. Jalen Redmond, Taki Taimani, Levi Drake Rodriguez, they're grown up. I mean, they needed last year. Levi Drake Rodriguez is playing out of his skin. He's one of the stars of camp for me. And so therefore this potentially is the deepest defensive tackle group that I've seen with the Minnesota Vikings in at least a quarter century. Only way to answer that.
Number 5.
All right, it's been 25 years since the turn of the century. Since the year 2000, give me your top 3 best quarterback, running back, and receiver.
Since when?
Since the year 2000.
Best, say it again.
Quarterback, running back, and wide receiver since the year 2000. Nordo, I need your answer, too.
Nordo, last 25 years, quarter century, best quarterback, running back, wide receiver that you've seen. Let's do it in unison. I'll go first with quarterback.
And this is throughout the entire NFL?
Yeah.
Throughout the entire NFL.
Has to be Captain Cool, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady for sure.
Yep, agreed.
Wide receiver.
Moss.
Yeah, it's got to be Moss, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Running back.
This one's tougher because I have a personal affinity for LaDainian Tomlinson. Ooh. He's one of the best players that, especially at that age when I was kind of dipping out of high school.
What do you do with Marshall Faulk?
Yeah, Faulk's.
What do you do with Adrian Peterson?
Faulk's in the same conversation. Adrian is...
It's LT, man. You nailed it.
I think it's either LT or Faulk.
Yeah. What do you think?
I agree with you guys. I had LT and I had Randy Moss and I had Tom Brady. Joe Buck's answer, he threw Justin Jefferson at the wide receiver. That was his answer. He had Tom Brady, Justin Jefferson, and Marshall Faulk was Joe Buck's answer.
And that's great that's Joe's answer. And Justin has a trajectory that if we have this conversation next year or the year after that, well, that very well could be the answer.
Totally.
How much longer before Mahomes takes over Brady?
That was the other point.
Brady's the best winner that any of us have watched in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mahomes is probably the most talented quarterback that we've ever watched in the NFL.
Yeah. And it's interesting with like Caleb Williams and some other quarterbacks coming into the NFL. Who has ever modeled their game after Tom Brady? Not one quarterback. You never hear one time, I grew up watching Tom Brady and I want to play like that.
Yeah.
All these kids want to play like Mahomes.
Yep. Yeah.
The underhanded throws. So Patrick is generational.
Yeah.
Where he's like there's a surrogate offspring of quarterbacks who are playing like him. So I think you put Patty Mahomes in that conversation, I'm not offended. Great job, by the way. Nordo.
Hey.
Did you complete the Bears season wins total?
I do have it, yeah.
Excellent. Cool, because we're going to need it tomorrow. Along with mine on the Washington Commanders.
Sweet.
Because
banking bets.
I still got some more for P-Fox, and I'd like you to stick around for another segment. Cool?
Cool.
Parker Fox at Parker Fox 24 via X. Back after this.
To noon. Just listen.
Good stuff.
Big boy's back.
And that's a fact. All right, P-Fox. Bonus Parker. Did you see your Minnesota Lynx housed the Las Vegas Aces by 53 on Saturday?
Yeah.
How does that even happen? I mean, it's Las Vegas Aces. It's in cursory fashion following the WNBA, following it dramatically closer when you know who's playing. Mm-hmm. She's still out with a groin, sadly. But it's like Las Vegas Aces, they've been good. I mean, they've been like really good. And it can be argued Asia Wilson's one of the best players in the WNBA. How do you go to somebody's spot and beat them by 53?
Yeah, I don't even have a true answer for a 53-point loss. It's embarrassing. I looked up the box score after it happened. Unfortunately, missed the game, but it was every quarter was 30 or 40 to 15 or 20. So It's just a complete slaughter every single quarter across the board. I think that just shows you how motivated and how good this Lynx team is. I feel like they got one stolen from them last year playing the Liberty in the WNBA finals. And I think this year is all about coming back for vengeance. They just made a big trade for Dejanay Carrington, a player that's going to help them kind of on both sides of the ball. She's tough. She's rigid. She plays tough defense. She can shoot it a little bit. So, this is a Lynx team that's really putting all their dice in. Unfortunately, Nafisa Collier just went down with an ankle injury. That's going to take a little time to rehab and get back. But, this is a Lynx team that's clearly motivated, and they just showed you, hey, we can go play what you think is the best or second best team, and with the MVP and Asia Wilson, and we can beat them by 53. So this Cheryl Reeves team is obviously really motivated to try to bring home a championship this year.
All right, who's Johnny Juzang?
Yeah.
And I got this from your Twitter. Mm-hmm. And why are you excited the Timberwolves are giving him a chance?
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always kind of just had some, appreciation for Juzang. He's an LA kid. Started his career out of Kentucky, eventually transferred to UCLA, became an all NCAA tournament kind of guy, third team All-American, so had a really good college career. He goes undrafted in the 2022 NBA draft. He signed a two-way with the Utah Jazz. He ended up appearing in over 100 games with the Utah Jazz, so a guy that, clearly has a role for himself in the NBA. And then he just signed a 1-year contract with the Timberwolves. I don't know if it's all guaranteed yet. I don't know exactly what's going down. I think it's a two-way. He's got to earn his role type of situation. But he's just a guy that brings in, I think, when you look at what we have with Jalen Clark and with Terrence Shannon Jr. and some of these younger, even Rob Dillingham, some of these younger guard wing positions, Juzang's another guy to kind of add into that. And I think anytime you can bring in competition, especially a guy that's played in over 100 NBA games, started a couple for the Utah Jazz as well, anytime you can bring in competition, that makes you rise your level to that competition. So not that I'm saying that there wasn't competition before and these guys aren't playing hard, but when you bring guys in who are kind of playing at their last chance to stick in the NBA or to get a contract, you're going to be playing your tail off every single day. And that raises the competition in practice, in film study, in workouts, in team meal, everything like that gets raised. And I think if you're the Timberwolves and you're looking at what's the next step, how do we get past the Western Conference Finals and make our way to the NBA Finals, it's an everyday approach. And I think that's something that Tim Conley and the Wolves obviously put their focus in.
Lastly, and no hurry, what did you think about all those Twins trades?
Oh, man, the one that really hurt for me was Louis Varlin, North St. Paul guy. Knew him, kind of came up through high school in the same ranks, would watch Matamidi baseball play North St. Paul, and watch Louis.
Who won, the Polars or the Zephyrs?
When Louis was on the mound, there was a lot of winning for the Polars, that's for sure. But the Zephyrs have a really good baseball team in themselves. I think they were state champs last year.
Wow.
Senor Gary, my former Spanish teacher, the head coach over there, you got to give him a shout out for his success.
Senor?
Yeah, he was
like
a Spanish
Mister?
teacher.
Oh,
Yeah,
Senor Gary.
Yeah, Senor Gary. Yes, right.
Oh, no tiempo para diablo. Soy Pablito en las quedadas.
Yo no hablo inglés.
Right.
But no, this is a Twins team, an organization that's clearly searching and trying to figure out what's the best next move. You hate to see guys like Correa and Duran leave, guys that you have this affection for, but I'm partial to Royce Lewis, so I'm glad he's and Byron Buxton.
Did you really have sports-related affection for Carlos Correa?
Not really.
Exactly. I've heard people say that. I'm like, Come on. I mean,
he was fun to have on your roster for a couple of years, especially with the drama in Houston.
Yeah. Like in the playoffs. Got some Captain Cool to him in the playoffs.
But other than that, he's basically became a liability standing out there in the batter's box.
Okay, well, I'm going to set it up for you like this. Tell me what you think, because you having played Division I basketball and recognizing opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, when, say you got, 15 on a team, 8 generally play. So now we got 7 who are looking for opportunity.
Totally.
And the 2 or 3 who are 6th, 7th, 8th players, well, they're looking for more minutes, which inherently is opportunity. With the Twins, there's an opportunity here for those guys. But there's so much opportunity right now with this baseball team. But for the manager to share it might make it a phony preach. Here's what I mean. Right after that trading situation last Thursday, things are so bad. Even the Dodgers broadcasters this weekend were wondering, quote, what in the heck is happening in Minnesota, end quote. I mean, we caught that stray as the Dodgers were playing the Tampa Bay Rays. I saw it on social media talking about us. Got Pete Fox catching strays. So it seems we are the talk of the league, but for all the wrong reasons. So here's the opportunity, which 9.6 out of 10 is a phony preach. I'm conceding 9.5 out of 10. This is a phony preach, but hear me out. If they can find a way to make the playoffs, and I don't even know where they are in the wild card bit. It's
a little out of it right now.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but it seemingly is improbable after the trading deadline. In fact, it's got some phony preach to it, me just saying that. If they can here's the opportunity, man. If they can find a way to make the playoffs and do some damage, they can become the greatest story in the history of Minnesota sports. You win the World Series and you become one of the greatest stories in the history of Abner Doubleday's game.
It's true.
So there's so much opportunity here for no-namers to make money and establish careers. It's just dripping with hope. Now, they got to be good enough.
Yeah.
Phony preach, right?
Phony preach. It's almost impossible. I think I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the Minnesota homer coming out. But when you talk about
I didn't say they were going to. I said that, and this can't be denied.
Yeah.
Okay, Rubes, here's the reality, even though it's probably not going to happen. For whomever is leading off, his last name begins with A. Or the 4 or 5 they wheeled out yesterday in the bullpen to do everything they can to save the game.
Yeah.
The majority of local baseball fans have never heard of them.
Sam
Funderburk, maybe. Sands, maybe.
Yeah.
But like the Erasmo Ramirez who got the save yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly, who can pick that guy out in a 2-person lineup standing next to Boog Powell? But nevertheless, he got the save.
It'd be the greatest story in Minnesota sports history. If they hoisted a trophy after this apocalyptic-like fire sale they unveiled at the deadline.
So the phony preach would be, see, Rocco Baldelli, I mean, if he stands in front of them and preaches, we got opportunity here, boys. It's about 8 of you in here. You know, these positions are going to be yours, and you're going to play a lot. Yeah. So if you want to set yourselves and your families up for a long time, do it the right way.
Who knows? The bats could get hot.
That's not a phony preach because that opportunity is there. The phony preach is, guys, when it comes to commitment, there's no in between. You're either in or you're out.
Yeah.
So I ask you, are you in or are you out? And all these youngsters are in or out, in or out, in. Okay, so you start there. The phony preach is, do you guys realize, after what has happened, if we can make the playoffs and do some damage, we can become one of the, if not the greatest stories in the history of Minnesota sports. And this team has a couple of World Series. But if you think Kirby Puckett, Kent Herbeck, and Gary Gaetti are going to come rolling into the clubhouse, it ain't going to happen. And by the way, if we can win the World Series, we'll become one of the greatest stories in the history of Major League Baseball.
Totally.
So those are facts. That is reality. but there's some phony preach to it.
Yeah, you got to find
the veterans are going to be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got to find a way to knock off Boston, New York, or Seattle from that wild card race, and that's not even to mention Cleveland and the Texans as well. So there's a lot of firepower in front of you, but like you said,
you mean the Rangers?
Yeah, Texas Rangers.
You're in football mode, brother.
I am.
Corey Seager, Adelise Garcia.
Wouldn't that be something special, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something special?
You're very special, as is Taylor Heisey. God bless you guys. Great seeing you. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Parker Fox at Parker Fox 24 via X. Becca.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Because tomorrow is a Talker Tuesday at FM 100.3 KFAN.
Yeah, but
listen tomorrow if you get the opportunity, but podcast whatever you missed today. Courtney Cronin from ESPN and ESPN.com gave us a fantastic Chicago Bears breakdown. And it had some eye-opening to it for yours truly when she talked about Rome Odunze. That would be in the first segment of the show if you're looking to cherry-pick your podcasting. Also, if you missed Jared Allen's HOF speech, like I did Saturday, heard it last night, got with the con and said that needs to be played. We also played that back, and I did an interview with Brian O'Neill, right tackle for the Minnesota Vikings. That would be at about 10:15, 10:20, 10:30, somewhere around there. Thank you very much for listening. We have a Talker Tuesday tomorrow. In fact, probably a Talkback Talker Tuesday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Involving the Minnesota Vikings. And if you're going to the night practice tonight, say hi to yours truly, Nordo or Saucy. We'll all be there. Thank you for listening to FM 100.3 KFAN. It's time for Big Daddy Con to put a wrap on the show.
God! Big boy's back!
Now, what did I do wrong?
It's 9 to noon. Happy start to the week with all of these hot takes, man. It ain't for the meek. Frivolity and fun. Digressions aplenty. It's unpredictable, like dropping P320s. NFL is here, and it's never boring. I need takes on obscure linemen. Where's Warren? Money on the minds of many, like McLaurin or Micah in Dallas, where drama's raining and pouring. Hey, the baseball team won a game. Now they all have to wear tags so Rocco can know their names. Curious how the fans handle Friday back at home. Will they fill the seats with big heads or lawn gnomes? Got the Vikings practice at TCO tonight. Will JJ and the offense thrive under the lights? He's a kid quarterback. The future appears bright, but seriously, Asamoah, why are you trying to fight?
KFAN is my favorite station. KFAN.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show, or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. And push your gameplay beyond limits with Intel Core Ultra processors. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel Inside. Maximize your edge by shopping at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.